the censors said that they wouldn't pass it. So he says that fair enough, I'll just go to Netflix.
Movies are made for a different experience, a different viewing. Many people watch that, so of course it needs censorship. When it comes to the net, you don't need to, because you're watching on your own. It's private viewing.
That is like superhero efforts that they did.
I think India, we've been groomed कि छोड़ो ना, जाने दो, तुम्हारे क्या जा रहा है? सड़क पे कुछ गलत देख रहा है, छोड़ो ना, क्यों कर रहे हो? जाने दो. We don't take the pain. Hi, this is Amit Sadh and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
When you're having a digital medium, so you always have that advantage that you don't have to worry about the censors and all those things which tends to be there in the movie. So do you feel that that's an advantage? Because say for example, what we saw in Call recently on Netflix. So they went by the entire thing, because in fact Anurag told me that they were planning to make it into a film, but the censors said that they wouldn't pass it. So he says that fair enough, I'll just go to Netflix, and they just put it up the way they wanted to.
Yes.
So is that an advantage that
so just thin line according to me.
Showcase?
I think as individuals, as artists, as community representatives, country representatives, we should all have individual censoring in mind.
Right, absolutely.
I definitely feel that. Plus, I think every story should be told, and every story has a certain kind of parameter to be censored or not to be censored. Movies are made for a different experience, a different viewing. Many people watch that, so of course it needs censorship, because especially in a country which has so many languages and states and diversity, you can't please everyone. So it's better, I think, to censor it, because it's by appointment. 500 people are coming watching one thing. When it comes to the net, you don't need to, because you're watching on your own. It's private viewing.
Right.
It doesn't need to be censored. You want to watch it, your call. Where the digital medium, I think, is helping India specifically, that more content can be made. You know, different stories can be told without the worry of offending people in a movie hall. You know, so I think it's a good balance. So if there's a film that you can kind of, you know, make it rosy and Mills and Boons and like, you know, थोड़ा समझा के संभाल के किसी को बुरा नहीं लगे. You know, we keep having issues with Padmavat and this and that. So then we go there.
There too, even before the release of the movie, people got offended without seeing it.
Sad. But that's our reality. So we can't fight it. We can't fight that. We can't overnight wake up and say, okay, abhi India badal jayega. You know, we have to live with
it. But if the law enforcement is in proper place, I think
law
that should
enforcement is how many? 5 lakh people? How will 5 lakh people change over a billion people? We have to change ourselves. School, education, moral science, wo sab.
No, but you know, the fact is that in Bombay, the movie released, and the fact is that the police made very adequate arrangements, and the fact is no one tried to do anything hanky-panky. So the idea is that if the cinema halls, they have that assurance that they will be get proper protection, so it definitely affects.
Of course it does.
Because see, the hooligans, they get advantage by the fact that they are succeeding.
No, that is there.
They know that they will be like law will take its own course. So it is manageable. It was in Punjab, in Urta Punjab case as well.
So I think it's a good time, you know, to find your medium. You can go digital if you have something more bold or something more kind of thought-provoking. So it's good. So I'm very happy more stories will be told now. You know what I mean? So I think these are great times. A lot of work.
Okay. So as you mentioned that you can't talk much about the series.
Yeah, but we've spoken so much.
No, I think, but you've not.
I get slippery when I'm talking to you.
So apparently it'll be, I think, launched in early next year.
Yes,
so
we are hoping.
Okay, and so you know, I'll just ask you one very generic question. Okay, so as far as surgical strike is concerned, a lot happened at that point of time. So Uri happened, and after that, like that Pakistani artist should be banned, and all those things happened. A lot of politics happened.
Yes.
I wouldn't go into that.
Yes.
Because you know, it's like a lot of mudslinging happened.
Yes.
A lot of people took credit. A lot of people said that it never happened in the first place. So that is something that it's been like in the past.
Yes.
My question to you is that you said that it's the soldier who's taking the bullet is something that should be respected. So when you see this entire politics around soldiers, when demonetization happens and people have said that, you know, कि वो जाके सियाचिन में जो है वहाँ पर आपका जवान जो है वो आपके लिए खड़ा हुआ है, आप यहाँ पर बैंक्स की लाइन में नहीं खड़े हो सकते. And at every juncture, that the fact is that soldier is invoked. you find it a bit in bad taste. And then on top of it, we get these reports that they don't even get proper food many times.
I know it because I come from, know a lot of people in the army. So I know, things that happen, which comes out in news also. So nothing is hidden. I think people use that as a udharan. But I think it's very frivolous.
It's very frivolous.
I think this is the only country which uses its servicemen in such frivolity. You'll never see. You see a cop in New York or UK on M1 or M6, and people, even while riding, there's so much respect that you'll check your speed limit. You'll see your seat belted. You'll see that you're in the right zone, right lane. It's respect. And then you say, officer, here we expect everything from our special forces. We expect everything from our, forget special forces, forget the army. Your traffic police people, we don't even respect them. How we treat them, how we talk to them, how we flash our tinted glasses. We don't respect their uniform. So it's respect. We'll have to learn how to respect people who are in uniform, but we have to respect everyone. We have to also respect the guy who's in the bank. We have to respect. Paramount, essential. All this, everybody is doing a job. The guy who's saving my country, I have to respect him, but he's chosen it also. He's chosen that job. I'm going to, but as a citizen, I have to respect him. He, when it comes to my bank, he has to respect me. Because he's now coming to my territory, I have chosen to be a bank. But bottom line is respect, which I think we are somewhere failing. We are failing to respect, and then the whole propaganda right now in life, all these things keep coming up. And of course we have a problem standing in line. We have a huge problem standing in line. I think we should, school में हमें moral science सिखाया जाता था. अभी moral science को भूल जाते हैं, वो अगले 10 साल बाद सिखाएंगे. अभी स्कूल में सिर्फ लाइन में खड़ा होना सिखाना पड़ेगा बच्चों को.
But this was like forced line में खड़ा होना, and people died because of that. So it's a bit different, and at the end of the day अब तक समझ में नहीं आया कि उसका फायदा क्या हुआ. So that's something, the fact is that we talk about many a times soldiers in the manner that we speak, but we don't celebrate them enough when they do what they do in Kerala floods.
We don't care.
Like, I think what they did was amazing.
Yes.
It's something that is like superhero efforts that they did.
You will acknowledge when you are aware. We are not aware.
उनका एरिया नहीं है, उनका कुछ नहीं है. आजकल टाइम में तो हर चीज़ उसमें डिवाइड हो जाती है. भाई तेरा ये है, तेरा वो है, मैं उस एरिया का हूँ, बिहार का हूँ, मैं बॉम्बे का हूँ. बॉम्बे में भी ये है दैट मैं इस एरिया परेल का हूँ, मैं यहीं के लिए करूँगा.
Army people, special forces,
they don't think about that. Army people, they are going to Kerala and they are saving people.
They are saving Indians.
And they are saving Indians.
People and Indian. Period.
Right.
वो डिस्टिंक्शन नहीं है उनमें.
Absolutely. And human beings. Ultimately, they're
people.
Yeah. Which is massive for them, man.
Yeah.
And we talk about Hanumantappa, but the fact is we don't talk about the fact that if he could have been given like a proper gear, he could have been saved.
Yes.
That's important as well. We don't talk about that.
Yeah. Somehow I think we were always like this. We just like shying away from important. Like even if you see our films and stuff, now we are changing. I don't know what magnitude or what percentage, but we are changing. We are talking. We have the courage to speak our mind. Socially, publicly, personally, have an opinion. So we are definitely getting better. But I think India, we've been groomed कि छोड़ो ना, जाने दो, तुम्हारे क्या जा रहा है, सड़क पे कुछ गलत देगा, छोड़ो ना, क्यों कर रहे हो, जाने दो. We don't take the pain for another human, for a fellow Indian or a fellow person who's next to you. And I think that.
Yeah, and that's something that I think you portrayed in your short film Barish or Chowmein.
Yes.
I think really good.
You saw it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
In fact, the stuff that you're retweeting, it has my name as well.
Oh,
you've not even read that. It's amongst the reviews.
Yeah.
I don't tag.
Of course.
I don't tag actually. No. So when I'm,
No.
So first of all, I don't give reviews. It's just opinion, but I don't tag.
I remember.
Yeah. So the idea is, So very good performance. So it was in the making for a few years, and outstanding performance by both you and Taapsee. So once again, you're playing this character
which is real. This happens in India.
It happens.
So what? It's shocking.
It happens. Yeah.
Yes, I know so many, and I've been raised by Muslims. My father was in the army, so my local guardians were Muslims. I've been raised by them, but we didn't even know that they're Muslims. We didn't know. We were never taught this in school. For ये जो अभी है ना ये सब था ही नहीं है, समझ में ही नहीं थी हमें. And today there are so many people, so many buildings in Bombay who will not give you an apartment if you eat non-veg.
Yeah.
Like really?
Imran Hashmi had mentioned
Yeah,
about that,
yeah.
that he faced something.
And then they
similar.
have a problem with if your religion is,
Yeah.
you know. So I, to be honest, get very infuriated with all this. I get angry. But then I believe changing the world. So do your bit, speak your thought, and just hope we get better.
No, absolutely, and those conversations with your colleague in the office was very interesting. I think the writing was very nice in that.
As tissues.
वो आम वाम सारा जिस तरीके से जिक्र था बहुत interesting था. And then the final thing with Taapsee. All right, and you're part of Super 30. You're playing the narrator. And,
Yes, I'm a small part
small
of,
role, but
very small part of.
I'm pretty sure that you must be doing something special in that.
I hope so. It's a special
Because
appearance.
that's what you mentioned.
It's a special
You
appearance.
were very
I hope it is
excited.
special.
You were very excited when you told me about it, when it had not been.
It's turned out nice. The movie is looking good. More than that, I like the story.
Right.
And all the boys and Hrithik and everybody, they've done a great job. I've seen them. And I love the story. The story is impactful. I'm glad that they are telling stories like this. Hi, this is Amit Sadh and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.